Well, the Browns lose in Pittsburgh again, but the fantasy football playoffs are here. I got some deep dives for you. Okay, we're going to be loading up. We're going to be backpedaling. We're going to get ready for the fantasy football playoffs, and a very special guest, AEW's friend of show, All Elite Wrestling's Matt Menard, is coming back with Daddy Magic's Magic Picks to tee up Browns versus the Chiefs. Big show. Let's get to it.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast with Andy McNamara, the sickest Cleveland Browns podcast.
Chubb runs, he's to the 10, 15, he's to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. There goes Chubb, he's to the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Chubba Lubba Hub.
It's gonna be sick.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Yes, it is holiday season. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Getting ready as we approach. Not a very merry Sunday. Naturally, I knew it would happen. It happens every week. Talked myself into that the Browns could actually win in Pittsburgh. Stupid me. Of course they weren't going to win in Pittsburgh, that house of horrors for us. Of course they weren't. I'm going to tell you what I think about that game. This front office, this regime, changes, the infamous Deshaun Watson Instagram post, and also some fantasy football playoff tips coming up. Fantasy football playoffs are here. Hopefully you made it. I got you covered. You don't want to miss this. Make sure you're clicking subscribe, notifications on. Leave your comments in there. Hashtag Ask Andy on social, at SickPodBrowns, at AndyMC81. That's on X, on Instagram, TikTok, at AndyMC Sports. Follow along. Get your fantasy football questions in, betting questions in. Daddy Magic, Matt Menard, our guy, friend of show. Oh, that's why I'm wearing the shirt. All Elite Wrestling, AEW star. We got a big pay-per-view coming up. They got Dynamite is going to be in Kansas City, and the Browns are playing the Chiefs in Cleveland. So we're going to have him on to talk Browns versus Chiefs and a little bit tee that up, as well as the return of Daddy Magic's Magic Picks. We're going to be doing a little parlay, a little early week parlay for you. Maybe make some money. First of all, let's get to this Browns-Steelers game and give out some Dog Bones Doghouse. The Dog Bones, I could say nobody. But I think we have to give a little bit of credit. First of all, I know for Nick Chubb, he got stuffed up on the first play. What was encouraging to me was his 4.4 yards per carry average. Now, he did have a long of 19, which skews that a bit. But I thought I saw a little bit more. These are the small victories we're trying to take out of this year, okay? So he looked like he had a little more push. Looked like he had a little more power. It's not going to be fully back to next year, but I'll give a dog bone to Nick Chubb. I thought Jerome Ford looked explosive again. Only 7-yard long, but as long as you don't do those stupid fourth down plays, with that 5 yards in the back, Ken Dorsey. I'll get to him in a minute. I'm just gonna be going all over the place here. Jerry Jeudy, again, how is he only targeted 6 times? The guy got a touchdown, still 5 catches. Jerry Jeudy has turned into a sensation. I love it. Dog bone. Doghouse, just about everybody else. Give Myles Garrett credit. At the end of the game, still played hard. Got for the Defensive Player of the World Year award. His journey back to it. Fumble recovery, sack. Jack Conklin, also a dog bone. Let me throw that in there. Held TJ Watt again without a sack, okay? Let's give some love to Jack staying in. And now again to the doghouse. Everybody else. How is this kicker still employed? Can you tell me? Dustin Hopkins? What? What's happening? And Stefanski saying he's going to stick with, he's our veteran kicker. This shows this is an embarrassment on the organization. Because it is plain as day, certainly to the players, definitely to fans and everybody else. Kevin Stefanski doesn't make the decisions for his football team. I'm not talking about personnel bringing guys in who to start, who we can play, who we can sit. This is all collaborative again. All goes back to the slippery collaboration. He does not have control. Otherwise, do you think any coach in their right mind would keep Dustin Hopkins on this team? That he would be employed? He has $2 million in guarantees next year. Oh, so what? Boot him. Embarrassing. You can't come out one side of your mouth and say you're trying to win and keep Jameis Winston in the game and then trot that kicker out there. Stop it. And again, do I blame Kevin Stefanski? In a way, I do. Because, look, at some point, he's got his guaranteed money now, right? He's got his extension. Can you man up a bit, Kev? And if you really don't care, that's also a problem. Because that means you're not passionate. And I think he is. He's got to care. Like, you can only be a yes man for so long, no? Paul DePodesta has been at the helm since 2016 for this team. Chief strategy officer. And I've talked about on this show a lot. This bum's record, atrocious. Atrocious. Look at what we've gone through. Why'd they make the playoffs? The core pieces were from John Dorsey. Andrew Berry hasn't done anything. Why is this guy still here? And that's where the problem lies. The doghouse goes to, again, big picture, to Paul DePodesta. Because that's why it makes no sense to fire Kevin Stefanski or Andrew Berry. And I wouldn't fire Stefanski anyway. Berry, I don't trust him to make the picks. But I don't think he's making the picks alone. That's the problem. Who's making the picks? Is it a computer analytics? How'd that look with DTR? Right? And I hope the guy gets a chance to play, but he's not a starter. Come on. 5th round pick. That's the only quarterback you drafted. Nothing changes with DePodesta. If you fire them, you get another them in there yes man. And you'll be a yes man. Heck, man, you're going to give me 5 years guaranteed? $5 million a year? Yes, sir. That's not winning football. Winning organizations don't do that. You think Andy Reid, if his kicker missed 5 of 9, and he said, I want to get rid of him, they said no, do you think he'd stand for that? No, of course he wouldn't. Doghouse. Jameis, I love you. You're trying your best, buddy, but these interceptions, it's over. I guess your prayers were answered. You didn't throw a pick 6. This mainly goes to the kicker and just big picture because this lost season is such a damn travesty. A lost year of our lives. A lost year of the prime of these players. 3-10. Should be ashamed. Should be ashamed. How can these self-righteous, egghead, smart Ivy League guys who, when they talk to you, they think they're smarter than everybody else? Well, how's 3-10 looking, you dumbasses? How's that look? Huh? How's your 1-31? Your brilliant strategy, Paul DePodesta. Brilliant. Oh, yeah, we'll bottom out, build up, boom. How'd that work out for you? Nothing. Oh, and the only guy who did squat for this organization at quarterback since Bernie Kosar and a blip from Derek Anderson and Tim Couch, Baker Mayfield, you sabotaged. You got him out of town. How's Bake looking? Bet ready to win his second division title, Tampa Bay. You can argue he needed to leave to mature. You could argue that. I think you sabotaged him and you could have worked with him. You didn't. Okay. So you got your guy, Deshaun Watson. Is there an exit plan? What's the plan? What's the optics for your starting franchise quarterback, Deshaun Watson, who you brought in DePodesta, Barry, whoever else, Jimmy Haslam, wanted and got, posts on Instagram, sitting by a nice beach, right? Has his pasta. I hope your pasta was cold, Deshaun. Check the picture. Post it. Posted pasta and apparently a cheap bottle of wine. I'm a bourbon guy. Don't know much of the wine. Apparently it's a cheap bottle of wine. Guess he's got to save money for all the lawsuits he has to pay out. And this was what boggled my mind today, too. This is what I knew this, obviously, but it just punched me in the face. DePodesta, Barry, Haslam, everybody signed off, knowing he had at least 26 of people who could come after him. He had 26 people who could come after him. They knew that because if he didn't disclose those, they could get out of the contract. So the Cleveland Browns knew that the guy they were trading for and what turned out to be the worst trade and the worst contract in NFL, possibly sports history, had 26 allegations sitting there that could pop up. There might be more. I don't know. And with 26, you signed off. Talk about signing your soul to the devil, selling your soul to the devil. The only problem is, usually in the stories, if you sell your soul, something good happens first, and then you're like, uh-oh, and then things fall apart and go sideways. Nothing happened. They couldn't even make a deal with the devil properly. You couldn't deal with the devil. You couldn't deal with Deshaun. You couldn't deal with anything. Complete debacle. And now what are we going to do? I don't know. You're going to run all this back, guys? If DePodesta stays, that's the X factor. And look, people can dump on the Haslams, and they have run this team in general quite bad. The only time that it was well is when they stepped back and let John Dorsey run it. Who was not perfect? Odell, Freddie Kitchens. I understand. When was the team doing actually well? Not by fluke, not by chance. Right now, the pieces were there for Stefanski and Barry when they made that playoff run in 2020. When was it doing well? It's when the Haslam stepped back. And I've met Jimmy Haslam face-to-face. I've met D. Haslam at Browns training camp face-to-face. I can see in their eyes they're nice people. They're good people. Look at everything else they do for the community. Berea, the headquarters, they're building up things for schools, teams, local teams, hospitals. This stadium, I know people dump on, but it's going to be great for the region and the state. Northeast Ohio. They're good people. They want to do good things, but they just suck at running an NFL franchise. They stink. And so they put this clown DePodesta, this loser moneyball jabroni. What a grifter. My goodness. We should all take sales lessons from Paul DePodesta. How to hose your way to becoming a millionaire in 2 sports and suck at both. Wild. Wild. Anyway, they lost the Steelers 27-14. That was my rant on the game. Yeah, you beat yourself again. And Stefanski's not off the hook. We can say everyone else making decisions. The undisciplined penalties, Stefanski, you're in the doghouse too, brother. Because these penalties, we can talk about who's starting a quarterback, whatever. The undisciplined penalties, which have continued all year long, fall on the head coach. And the Ken Dorsey experience remember we said, hey, let's have a look at it? Well, I've seen enough. They can't run the ball. Rest of the league is running. You were ahead of the curve last year running the ball. And now you don't run the ball. Oh, and you're when you do that those 4th and 1 plays, instead of doing a quarterback sneak, no, you want to get cute. You want to line up 5 yards in your backfield and have the Steelers blow you up. Yeah. Ken Dorsey's not a good play caller. The Bills, I don't think it's an accident, have excelled since he left. He did some good things. But the team's doing better with him. Without him. Browns cannot bring him back. Do you bring just Stefanski back? Like, what's the quarterback? Drew Aller, I'm leaning towards early. I'm definitely not solidified on him. I could change my mind. Young QB in. It's just all over the place. And it's no discipline. And what is Jimmy Haslam going to do? He's focused on a stadium. That's why I don't think he wants to take the time to blow everything up, which is not a winning strategy either. But that's why I think they're going to give every chance to have these guys do it again. And Andrew Berry, brother, your draft picks, Jed Wills on IR. How's that look? Cedric Tillman, I like. With a concussion, though. Jerry Jeudy looks great. Good deal. Looks like a good deal. You've done some good, a lot of bad. Where do we go from here? Do you trust? Leave a comment for me. Do you trust Andrew Berry? Do you trust this front office? Because we know it's not just Andrew Berry. To pick your quarterback of the future, to draft him? Leave a comment on X, at SickPodBrowns, at AndyMC81. Instagram, at AndyMC Sports. Comments here on YouTube. Subscribe, notifications on. Give a like, share it. I don't at all. How could I? I don't like it. You know, I like stadium mustard, damn it. That's what I like. I like me some stadium mustard. Yes. From ballparks to backyards and everywhere in between, stadium mustard is a smooth but spicy mustard, rich in taste and tradition. Stadium mustard is real and organic, not manufactured. And they got free shipping on orders of over $30. StadiumMustard.com, StadiumMustard.com, StadiumMustard.com. Right now, you go there, StadiumMustard.com, $30 or more, free shipping for you. Let's go. Perfect. Get it in for the holidays. How about that? You're around the dinner table, Christmas, holiday season. Whatever you eat, get some stadium mustard. You know what? I actually tried. I was like, hey, it's stadium mustard. Let me give it a shot. I had a pork chop on Sunday night. Sad pork chop after the Browns lost. And it was out of barbecue sauce. And I thought, Well, heck, let me try some stadium mustard on it. It was amazing. I loved it. Stadium mustard and a pork chop. Who knew? It's great. You need to try it. Okay, some fantasy football stuff here. Playoffs are here. Again, get your questions in. Hashtag Ask Andy. You can comment at SickPodBrowns, at AndyMCD1 on X. Here's what we're looking at. The top ad last week, Isaac Guerrero for the 49ers. Whoo, boy, he delivered. Now, here's where we have to backlog the backup, the third string. We're going third string Guerrero. We're going fourth string. Patrick Taylor should be rostered. Remember, Guerrero suffered a mild foot sprain. They don't know if he's going to be ready to play for Thursday. Looks like he should. But for the playoffs, Patrick Taylor, he is owned in he's like 1% of leagues. It's somebody right now where there's no tomorrow if you lose. Get Patrick Taylor. You can get him as a handcuff, as a just in case. And if you win this week, maybe if something else happens, he's there. If not, you're good. This is a big running back week. Tank Bigsby. Travis Etienne, Bootski, he's done with Jacksonville. Tank Bigsby still owned in just 49% of leagues, and Jacksonville is not good, but he continues to outcarry Travis Etienne. Last week, 18-4. Scored a touchdown. This is his backfield now. It's not even an even timeshare. So Bigsby, if he's there, you can get him. And I talked about this guy on Sunday a little bit. Sincere McCormick out of the Raiders with their slew of injuries. You had Alexander Madison, Zamir White was out. McCormick, large share of the workload, 15 of 16 running back carries, 78 yards, and out-targeted Amir Abdullah 3-2 when it came to pass catching. So you could potentially play either or, but Sincere McCormick is only rostered in 18% of leagues. So there's maybe a little bit of an under-the-radar ad as well. What did I say live Sunday? I said last week, don't go Braylon Allen. Go Isaiah Davis for the New York Jets. Proved correct. Now, I think, again, you can go with either or. They were pretty close to actual 50-50, but he's just 14% roster. Davis is. 10 carries, 40 rushing yards, had a rushing touchdown. Passing game out-targeted Allen 6-5. So, that's something, again, if you're looking for depth, if you have injury issues, just if there are guys you're not going to use and you think this might be good, you can never have enough good running backs. Tight end Hunter Henry, his rostership dropped to 45% after on the bye last week. You can jump back in, and especially if you had, let's say, a Will Dissly or you have Dallas Goedert and you're looking for tight end help, Hunter Henry is a great pickup here for the Patriots. Calcaterra as well for the Eagles. Look decent. I think there's a bit of a bubble there that, you were kind of looking TD dependent. Wide receiver, Jalen McMillan, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I liked him early in the year. Out-targeted Mike Evans 7-5 against the Raiders. You can put a little bit on him. I wouldn't necessarily look to start him if you have better options, obviously, but maybe as a flex. There are lots of options for Baker, though, in Tampa. Could go Cade Otton, Evans, of course, the running backs. Bucky Irving was banged up. You had Rachaad White going off there. Xavier Legette as well. I was talking about him early in the year multiple times. I have him. He's rostered right around the 50% mark and is playing as good as you can for the Carolina Panthers. Right? Could be a top 30 fantasy spot this week for him, I think, with Legette. So those are some, you get ready, okay? Even if your roster, we know how injuries are, especially this year. Injuries are just a moment away. Backfill, get those high-end backups or possible spot starters if something happens, especially at running back, but those are a couple other for tight end and wide receiver. Okay, hit me up. Hashtag Ask Andy on X, at SickPodBrowns, at AndyMCD1, Instagram, at AndyMCSports. After this quick break, it'll be Daddy Magic, All Elite Wrestling's Matt Menard for Daddy Magic's Magic Picks. We're going to do some early NFL bets and tee up Browns versus Chiefs. But where are we going to make those bets? Where are we going to make them? Well, I think we're going to make them on DraftKings. That's right, the home of the anytime touchdown DraftKings Sportsbook. You can get the app right now. Use code 6sports. New customers get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. How beautiful is that? Bet 5, get 200 in bonus bets. It's wonderful. Only on DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bet must win to receive reward. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball.
He's a wrestler. He's a mentor. He's a hell of a commentator. And he's friend of show. We welcome back All Elite Wrestling Zone, AEW's own Daddy Magic, Matt Menard, for some Daddy Magic picks. Matt, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, guys? Feeling good. That was a great intro. Was that rhyming? You were rhyming. You just come up with that on the spot?
Spitting hot fire, baby. That's what I do. That's it.
That's great.
Tell Tony Khan. Tell Tony Khan I'm open. I'm open for freelance.
Open to do what?
I don't know. I'll manage. I don't know.
Rap.
We'll rap. Yeah, I'll be the much lamer, thinner John Cena. We can do that.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Let's
A winning idea.
Like, the only difference is this guy, he can't really lift anybody up. That's the problem.
you and Alex Abrahantes.
Yes. That's $1 million idea. We're set. Oh, good to have you back on, my friend. Saw you from a distance when we went to the Cleveland show. We interviewed Chris Statlander. Me and my son went down, and he was like, "That's Daddy Magic." We caught the red coat on the commentary desk. Great show there for Fright Night. That was fun.
Yeah, that was awesome. Great Young Bucks private party match, right? Tag team titles. That whole segment, I think it was like the crossover segment from the big brawl with the Death Riders right into that match. I loved it. Maybe the best segment we did all year, I think. Yeah,
I really like how AEW, and we'll get into football, NFL best bets in a sec, but let me nerd out for a minute, people. So what I love is how the transitions have been going. So like one feud will happen, and then it immediately leads into a match. It's a nice change. I haven't seen that really before.
Just keeps things rolling,
Yeah, right. And it breaks it up. It's good.
When you're doing 52 weeks live television a year, 2 hours every Wednesday. Yeah, let's keep it fresh,
Gotta keep it fresh. Gotta keep it going. Yeah. And that night too, we had the Bobby Lashley surprise coming in.
That's right, at the end of the show. That's right.
That was great. What a fun show. That was awesome. We have another awesome show coming up for Dynamite on Wednesday, and fittingly enough, it's in Kansas City. The Browns are playing the Chiefs. It's all tying together, Matt. Your Chiefs look unstoppable. Clinched another division title with a doink off the upright. I couldn't believe it.
I don't know about unstoppable. They were very stoppable, if you ask me. But,
they look stoppable, then they win.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've been thinking about it because I think it's 15 straight one-score games that they've won, 9 division titles, and just the last few weeks. I mean, you've seen the way they've won the games, right? The block field goal at the end of the game against Denver. Then there was the muffed snap the other day against the Raiders. The doink yesterday. Just crazy, but it's like you want to say it's luck, and it is, but there's something to be said that you got to be good to be lucky. You know what I mean?
Good to be lucky to be good. Yep.
Like they put themselves in that position. Did who they? It was the Chargers, right?
Chargers. Yeah.
They didn't touch the ball for the last 4 minutes. Every other team, 3-and-out, punt, and you lose the game. Yep.
If you let the Chiefs have the ball last, you lose.
That's what it is typically.
That's what it is, and that's what the great teams do. So people say it's lucky, and the doink's lucky. That's a lucky doink. But you're right. You put yourself in a situation to be good. You let other teams beat yourself, or you overcome. And if you let Patrick Mahomes have the ball last, it's almost like a rope-a-dope a bit, Matt, where they can either overcome a mistake they make, or just wait for the other team to make a mistake, and then they pounce. That's
100%. Yeah, exactly. So I went to the Buccaneers and the Raiders yesterday in Tampa.
Oh,
and
right.
I've just been so spoiled with the Chiefs for the last 6 years. Some of the stuff you see, like what is going on here? So that's what really made me feel that way. Like we put ourselves in a position to get a lucky break and win the game. Where the teams they would never even get there.
No, you saw my old guy Baker. You saw our old.
That's right.
Everything was good with Baker. Yeah. Deshaun Watson up or 3-10 is a disaster.
Oh yeah, well you guys, it's always something. The Cleveland Browns, you know.
God.
You know when you guys were really good, like
Bacon.
95 when you guys left town and went on to win a Super Bowl a few years later. Like,
those stinking Ravens. I'm telling you, Matt, anytime I see a Ravens, like I visibly, like I have to watch myself. Like I physically, my face scrunch. I'm just like, you pieces. And it's just some random person.
You still feel that, eh?
Pain. It's just some random person, maybe not even a fan. I'm just like, if that person looks at me the wrong way, it's happening.
That's how I feel about the Washington Nationals. You know, with the Expos.
Oh yeah.
Like when they won in 2019, like part of me was like, oh, I should be happy. I was like, oh no, screw them.
No, screw them. It's not the same name. It's nothing, right? It's heartbreaking. It's wrenching at us. And from a bet for the Chiefs, from a betting side, you mentioned those 1-score games. The Chiefs have not covered the spread for now 8 straight games.
Oh yeah,
but that's money. You bet against them. Don't bet against them to lose, but bet against them not to cover.
100%. There's no gimmies. Like the Chiefs will, like everything is coming down to the wire. Mahomes was doing what was he doing? I don't know, some golfing thing, and he tells the guy on the television, he goes, "Listen, you know what I do? I make great TV every week, guaranteed." And he's right.
He does. He makes great television, and especially at the end of that game, the Chargers defender comes in 9 times out of 10. He makes that. He gets a hand on Mahomes, just slithers away. I was like, oh my god!
And that's what he does.
That's what Kelsey.
He runs. He looks so feeble and weak. He does. And then it's like the people just like, oh, okay, I don't want to hurt him. And then then he's by you like it's a Make-A-Wish, you know.
Then he's going, and the wishes have been coming true, going for a 3-peat now of Super Bowls.
Hell yeah!
My God, outrageous. So, Matt, we're gonna make our Daddy Magic picks in a moment here, but let's talk about this Browns Chiefs game. I was hoping when we talked at the beginning of the year, I'm like, hey Matt, we're gonna have you on December, gonna be AFC battling, jockeying for position. Not so much.
No, not gonna happen.
Got nothing.
You're 3-10. I said I didn't even realize you're just. Oh my God, you poor bastards. Where's Falco? Can he come save the day this year?
No, he's in Indianapolis. He did well for them for a bit because Matt, you know why? Legit, you know why they didn't bring him back?
Why is that?
It's because they didn't want the crowd cheering for him instead of Watson because they knew they'd boo Watson out of the building because Watson sucks.
Yeah, it makes sense. But you guys got Jameis Winston, right?
He's a lot. He could be an AEW manager. That guy's phenomenal on the mic.
I see him tweeting last week or whatever. Maybe it was in a press conference where he's praying to the Lord to help him stop the pick sixes. Yeah, you don't think Jesus has better things to worry about here, James?
Maybe it's such a unique prayer. I don't know if God Almighty has ever received a prayer to deliver, but you know what the prayer was.
James, I don't know if you've noticed, but the world's on fire.
It's stuff's happening. But you know what? Hey, the Lord helped him because he did throw 2 interceptions, but not 1 pick six. He needs to be more specific.
God bless.
No interceptions.
My God.
Matt, Jameis is a lot of fun. He's fun to tie. Yeah. He's a wild man. He's good. Look, he's throwing the ball. Someone's catching it. We don't know who.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What jersey is going to be wearing? Who knows?
Someone's catching it. But ultimately, it's a point now where it's like, all right, that was fun. And now what the bleep do we do at quarterback because we got nothing going on? Whereas the Chiefs are coming in. You guys are just about, I think, ready to have the overall seed locked up in the AFC if you don't already. I think Buffalo is still nipping at your heels.
Yeah, I think they have 3 losses. We have 1. They have the tiebreaker if it gets there because they got that victory there, the 1 loss. That loss yesterday hurt them big time.
Yeah.
To the Rams. What a game. What a game, though. What a game. You know,
as lucky as the Chiefs were, Buffalo was like Josh Allen, literally 3 passing touchdowns, ran 3 in. He's like, what can I do? He did everything.
Yeah, but he makes some real bonehead plays. Like he tries to suppress it. He's a bit of a dum-dum.
Yes,
Josh Allen. It will come out once or twice a year in big game situations, and it happened the other day.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's funny because you can almost sort of tell he's getting like antsy. It's like, Josh, don't know. Yeah. He's like, it's like, I gotta do it.
What did he do? Do you remember this playoff game? I think it was their first time back in the playoffs against the Texans. And getting down to the end of the game, he's on the sideline. I think he just kind of shuffled the ball forward. Do you remember this at all? It was just absolute insanity.
It was like, why?
Were you trying to cheat?
It's like, that's not a play. That's not a thing that you did. That's not a football thing.
So crazy.
It's outrageous. But the okay, so Chiefs Browns. The thing is, the Browns have a lot of talent. They're just in a total funk and they're screwed. Is this another game? Do you think that Cleveland keeps it close? It's at home. It's in Travis Kelce's hometown. Rumors have it, Matt. People buying tickets. I swear to God. Mothers are buying tickets because they think in case there was a rumor Travis might propose to Taylor in his hometown, Cleveland, at the game. I think it's outrageous, but people are actually buying tickets because of the faint chance of Taylor Swift.
Hey, whatever gets the people out, whatever gets the people out. But did you see us play the Panthers the other day, a couple weeks ago? It's every game is overtime down to the wire, and I expect the same thing here next week
to hang in. So we'll take we'll bet on the Chiefs to not cover the spread but win. We'll keep that going.
And whatever the over unders, we're taking the under.
We're going to take. Yeah, you know what? That's a good call. We'll take the under. We'll take the under on that. Let's see what the early spread is on that, actually. Kansas City 5.5. Yeah, I think I'd take the Browns to cover that at home.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Over under 45.5. It's going to be cold. 20 something.
There you go.
Yeah, we can take the under.
You know what's wild, though? I don't know if you've noticed this year, but everybody's like under center a lot more. Have you noticed this? Where it used to be like 95% of the time shotgun, and now I would say it's like 25% of the time they're under center. And the Chiefs, all of a sudden, right? They used to be the high flying with Hill and all the receivers, Mahomes, Kelce, and now they're like, we're going to run it up the middle here with Hunt. We're going to rely on our defense. We're under center. It's just so strange. We're just like a traditional football team now.
Well, you got what really impressed me was that this happened. This transition started happening last year when, remember, we're in a little bit of a funk mid-season. Andy Reid's like, we got to switch it up. Egoless Patrick Mahomes, like, okay, I don't have to be the hero. And they switched to running the ball. And that tells you that really gives the team confidence. They can overcome absolutely anything. And it's starting to become a trend in the league, Matt, because defenses are now noticing that, or offenses are noticing, hey, the little zippy light linebackers that you got to cover all the passing. If we run at them, we smash them. And that's what teams like the Chiefs are doing.
Yeah. There's been a real shift, I think, in the league to more of a traditional style.
Yeah.
I had something to say, but I totally forgot now.
Except for the Browns, of course, who were ahead of the curve last year doing that, then said, no, not for us. Not for us. We'll throw the ball from the guy who just throws interceptions. Great.
God bless him. That was the point I wanted to make, was that we're very low scoring now. Very low scoring.
Yeah.
Like we had the Bills yesterday with the Rams. What was it? 42, 30 something, 42. Right? There you go. Like big time scores. And then I was like, oh, I can't wait for this Chiefs Chargers 17-14 game.
That's pretty close to what it was.
Defense and mistakes. I can't wait.
That's it. But they got the win. So we're gonna build our little sick picks ticket here for DraftKings. Cleveland Browns cover the 5.5. We're gonna take under the 45.5 points. We'll take the under there in Cleveland. Look at the Thursday nighter here. Interesting game. You just mentioned the Rams and the Bills. They put up that 40 burger there. The 49ers stomped on the Bears.
The Bears. Nice to see them back, the 49ers. Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this. If we want to do a little same game parlay, anytime touchdown, that third stringer, Isaac Guerrero, got 2 tutties. I'm taking this guy for a touchdown, Matt, because Kyle Shanahan, it doesnesn't matter. You put you back there. You're scoring a touchdown in the Shanahan.
I don't know about that. And I don't think this guy's going to do it either. No chance. he blew his load. Come on.
It's a crazy season the 49ers have had. Both the Rams and them sort of underperforming. This is a really tight game. The spread here is 2.5 in favor of the home 49ers. Over under set at 48.5. Does anything jump out to you? Do you want to take a straight winner? Do you want to hit the over-under? Do you want the spread? This is an interesting game for two teams that need to win.
Yeah. So what is it? 2.5, right? Which is just it's a coin flip. It would be.
It's a coin flip.
Yeah. I think I'm going to stick with the Rams with the big after the big win against the Bills. The 49ers. Who'd they beat? The Bears.
Yeah.
Bears, yeah. I think I'm going to be sticking with the Rams here. Okay. Just straight up. Yeah.
You know what? Better price. Plus 122.
There you go.
We get a good price on that. Okay, we'll do that. And then let's go back. This game. This is the 4:25 Eastern Sunday midday prime time. We got the Buffalo Bills taking on the Detroit Lions. Let's go.
Yeah, it's big time. Surprised that's not the Sunday nighter. What's on Sunday night? Do we know? Yeah.
Oh God, is it Bears?
We got the Jets or something,
right?
I get NFC North. Yeah, I guess.
But hold on. Let me pull up Week 15. Let's see here. We got Sunday nighter. We got Packers Seahawks. It's not very interesting.
But it's no Lions Bears. But I guess is that on CBS, Fox? What are we getting? Tom Brady? We getting Romo?
NBC for what the Bills Lions game?
Yeah.
Bills Lions is CBS. Yeah. So we'll get Romo.
We got Romo, Jim Nance.
Nance.
Good day.
And then the Monday nighter, double Monday nighter, double header coming up next week. Bears.
We're going back to that.
Falcons Raiders. Yeah,
that's fun.
They're weird. NFL strange that way.
That's a great game. Bills Lions. Come on, doesn't get any better than that. What? Sunday afternoon, 4:25 kickoff.
Well, you know what? I think I'm not good at math, but if the Bills lose that game and the Chiefs beat the Browns, Chiefs probably lock up top seed.
Yeah, it's got to be done.
I would think
because they're 2 games now. Then it'll be 3.
Yeah.
They still got the tiebreak
17. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it'll be close though. It'll be tough to catch them.
Yeah. Well, again, I don't know. I don't know what to make of anything.
This is a weird year. It is like the weirdest. The first half of this season was super weird. So many upsets. This one, I hope, and you talk about a pick 'em. The last game was 2.5. This game, Lions are 1.5 point favorites, Matt. This is
where's the game? I guess in
Detroit. Detroit.
Yeah.
So it's a true pick 'em.
And we got the Bills. They're traveling. They were in LA this week.
Bills traveling. They're back home. Short-ish trip. Great Battle of the Great Lakes. Over under set at 53.5. I think we want to smash the over here.
Oh yeah, 50,
they're putting up points.
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah. 53.5, no big deal. Let's go. You want to score 37-35. There you go.
Yeah. Let's go over.
Yeah.
Now,
Lions.
It's hard to
Lions.
It's hard to bet against the Lions. You know what? We're gonna take. So here's how it's weird. If we pick the Lions straight up -132, we get better odds if we take them to win by 1.5, which means they'll just win. So we'll take that.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Pop that up there. Okay. So we got.
Put it on the board.
So we got a 5-legger here. Okay. So we got our ticket, our DraftKings sick pick ticket. We got Browns covering 5.5. Under 45.5 Browns Chiefs, over 53.5 Bills Lions. Detroit wins. Money line on the Rams. That's 5 legs. If we put $10 on that on the DraftKings Sportsbook app, we win $222.93. How about it?
Oh, give me a hell yeah, you son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! What?
We're gonna do it. $10, $222.93.
I don't know what you just said. Just hearing a lot of numbers.
A lot of numbers. That means we went $222.93 on a $10 bet.
What? That's great.
What?
Love it.
What?
Love it. Let's go, baby.
I'm in it. Let's do it. Okay, now, Matt, before we let you go, we got Dynamite Wednesday, of course, on TSN in Canada, TBS. Or is it TBS or
That's
TNT?
Right. TBS, Wednesday night, 8 p.m.
TBS.
Then we got Collision, 8 p.m. TNT. We're talking
right.
Continental Classic. Things are breaking down. Getting wild. We got John Moxley and the Death Riders running around, cutting people's heads off.
They're crazy.
These just everybody's on eggshells all the time. I'm looking over
nuts.
my shoulder constantly.
You have to. They get plastic bags and they're trying to dump cleanser down Orange Cassidy's throat.
People are drinking bleach.
Yeah.
What's that? I just want to watch some wrestling.
You know what my comparison is, Matt? It's like Death Riders are a angrier. It's like the NWO was like, they're kind of goofy. Yeah. Death Riders are like they're more maintained because they don't have 100 of them, which got
they're miserable.
Yeah. It's like they're angry. It's like, can someone smile? Like it's
no, we can't. And they're winning everything. They have all.
They're winning everything. Marina Shafir scares the crap out of me.
Can we see the belt? What's in the briefcase?
Can we see the belt? Yes. Yeah. Where's the belt? Moxley said on I think it was a Dynamite last week. He's like, you people don't deserve to see the belt. I was like, okay, I guess. I'm not going to argue with the man.
It's an interesting approach, Moxley.
It's like, okay, look, you can't mess with it. In the past, it's like, oh, maybe the guy will punch you. He might kill you.
He might kill you. You'll definitely get a nice bleaching.
And then he'll go to work on you. That's it. And of course, World's End, AW World's End, Saturday, December 28th from Orlando, Florida. Last year was crazy. We had the devil reveal with Adam Cole and MJF. Who knows what's going to happen this year?
Yeah, we got the semifinals and the finals of the Continental Classic coming up at World's End. Yeah. I'm sure John Moxley will be defending the gold. It's going to be a great night. Orlando, Florida. You know, it's a home game for me, right? Quick drive.
That's right.
So I'm looking at the schedule. I'm like, oh man, that's sweet. Because typically you'd hit like, I don't know, Jacksonville or also a Tampa, team up with a Tampa, maybe a Fort Myers, something, right? No, nothing. Just Orlando and see you later.
Orlando, and that's it. You're in, you're out. It's the new year.
I get one drive. Thanks, guys.
You get one drive. And that's going to be a great pay-per-view. And all those can be bought AEWTix.com and World's End on wherever you get your pay-per-views, right?
That's it. Check your local listings.
That's right. Don't you dare miss it. Old Billy Red.
That's it. What is it? Triller? What was that?
Triller.
What did that used to be called? There was
Fight TV, which made more
Fight
sense.
TV. There you go. Yeah, Triller.
I don't know why it's like it's fight. You show fights on it. What the hell's a Triller? I don't understand.
Dave and Buster's. We got Dave and Buster's.
Yeah.
And traditional pay-per-view outlets.
Yeah, just get it all. World's End. Catch it all in Texas as well. Tickets on sale. You guys are all over the place, Matt. It's phenomenal. Cannot wait. Bad luck to your Chiefs this week, and we'll see.
Well, you're just going to ruin your draft pick. Let us have it.
That's true. Except that the problem is, Matt, we can get a good draft pick, but then we screw up the draft pick. We'll get the next Johnny Manziel.
That's on you, man. I don't know what to tell you. Me.
Oh, my God.
Wow, it doesn't matter who's in charge. All right.
Good stuff, my friend. We'll talk to you soon.
Take it easy, Andy.
There he goes. Daddy Magic Matt Menard from All Elite Wrestling. Make sure you check out AEWTix.com. Tickets near you, pay-per-view, the World's End, and you're checking out Dynamite each week. Yeah, I got the shirt on. You know, I love my AEW. Was there in Cleveland and back in October. Sensational time. Great people at All Elite Wrestling. That'll do it, folks. We'll be back live Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Get you ready. Fantasy football playoffs are here. Hello, right? We're going to be ready for that. Get you set. Build our parlay party. Get the best bets going and tee up Browns versus Chiefs and, see what the heck happens with it. So big thanks to Daddy Magic, Matt Menard, to producer Shane. I'm Andy McNamara. You've been watching The Sick Podcast. And as always, go Browns!
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow The Sick Podcast with Andy McNamara on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.